Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you what's in my pencil cases for home and school. The reason why I have two pencil cases is because I go to school and use my pencil case at school, and then I take other classes such as Chinese and geometry outside of school. First of all, this is my school binder. I keep a pencil pouch in my binder because I think it's easier to take with me. So in the top pocket, I just have a bunch of pens and pencils. This is the Papermate Clearpoint Elite. This is the pencil that I use at school because I take a Pentel Click eraser and cut it in half and then stick it in here, and it's a refillable eraser. This is a 0.7 millimeter. This is just a regular cheap Bic pencil in 0.7 millimeters too. And then these two pens are the Pilot BPS Fine and I believe these are 0.5 millimeters. I really like how these write because it's small, smooth, and it's a ballpoint pen. Let me show you. I personally prefer the blue one over the black one because I realized that the black one ink doesn't come out as well, and especially the 0.7 medium sized, it's a little worse. Moving on to this pocket. In here I have two Papermate graphite refills in 0.7 and in 0.5. And then I have a glue stick just in case we need it for class. Some eraser refills for my Papermate pencil, and an extra pencil if anyone needs one. We put it in a bench vise during study hall because we were bored. That's why it's flattened and taped together. In this last front pocket, we have all my colored pencils. Sometimes in school we need colored pencils for projects. I just keep about one of each color. In the big pocket is all my extra stationery. First we have my highlighters. I have one in each color just for note taking and annotating. And then all my pens. I have two Pilot G2 in the 0.7 millimeter size. I like to use these gel pens for note taking when I'm not highlighting because these smudge very easily. As you can see, the ink comes out quite well, except for the fact that they're easily smudged. And finally, my two 0.7 ballpoint pens. This is the Papermate Inkjoy pen, and I like using this when I am writing for English or social studies. And then this is my Zebra Z-Grip medium-sized pen. And I also like using this to write. Ballpoint pens aren't smudged easily unless you apply a ton of pressure, and you can highlight them right after. So when I'm writing, my hand won't smudge them. And I can highlight if I need to. Then I have a Sharpie just in case we need to label something that should be permanent. And it's an extra fine point. Finally, I have my pencils. This is a Pentel Click Erase, and I use these as my Papermate eraser refills. This is just a plain Ticonderoga number 2 pencil. I use this when we're taking Scantrons. And finally, this is my Bic 0.9mm pencil. I like using this because the lead is a little bit wider. And so sometimes when I'm writing bigger, I like to use this because it shows up better. And that's everything in my school pencil pouch. Moving on to my home pencil pouch. This is just a compact pencil pouch for everything that I need to do at home. Also, it has some coloring supplies just in case I need to take notes and annotate in a different color. First of all, this doesn't fit in my pencil pouch, but I use this on a daily basis. It's whiteout. Since I use so much pen, I like having whiteout with me just in case I make a mistake, which happens a lot. Next, I have a highlighter. I've been using this highlighter for quite a bit, so some of the writing on it has faded, and it's one of the clear window ones, so I can see what I'm highlighting. Next, I have a ruler. I carry a 15cm ruler with me, just in case I have to do graphs. But then on my desk, I also have a 30cm ruler, which I use for measuring and drawing things. Next, I have my erasable pen. This is one of my favorite pens because when you write with it, it's kind of like a gel pen, but it's kind of not. The only downside to it is that when you just start using it, it railroads a bit, as you can see in here. But then as you start writing with it more, it turns into this nice pen, water-like ink, and it's super cool. And then you can erase it, and it erases really well. Another plus is that there's a whale on it, and I love whales. Next is my favorite pencil. It's a Zebra Delgar in 0.5mm, and then I have a high polymer eraser from Pentel in it. This is just half a piece because it broke off, and it's smaller so I can fit it in my pencil case. I really like the Delgar system and the Zebra pencils because they prevent my lead from breaking. And I write pretty hard, so that's another benefit. Next are all my Tanmit fine liners. I got these at a fair. It was a outside of school community center fair, and we could exchange our tickets for prizes. And so I exchanged it for a couple of fine liner pens. These come in such pretty colors, and I'll show you guys. I like using these for study guides because they add a pop of color so I can distinguish the important things from the rest of my notes. These are a cheaper alternative to the Pentel fine liners, but they work about just as well. Next are my two big round grip pens in colors purple and pink. I use this to annotate my study guides, just in case I need to add something. The bright pink allows my annotations to pop, and then the dark purple are just some extra annotations. Next, I have my Papermate Ink Joy 1mm, and I like the triangular grip of it. The ink also writes really smoothly. Next, I have some black pens. These are kind of like the rolling ball pens with gel ink. This is one of my favorite pens, but I just don't like the attachments. I use it at home, so no one will judge me. This is another one of those pens, and it's just a little bit finer. And I like the minimalistic style of this. Next, I have my Sharpie pen. And I like these Sharpie pens because they absorb right into the paper. It's very hard for these to smudge, and you can highlight over them right after. Speaking of highlighting, I have a highlighter in here from School Smart. It's definitely not one of my favorite highlighters. The chisel is kind of coarse, but I mean, I have to use it because all my good highlighters are in my school binder where I use highlighters the most. Next, I have a marble pen, and you can see that I've used a lot of the ink already. It was a blue fading into a green, fading into this purple, into this green, and to this blue again. Right now it's at a greenish blue, and you can see that. It's a really nice color. Finally, I have my Eco Plus pencil. It's in 2B, and I like to use this to draw and to shade, just in case I am doing projects or geometry drawings. And that's everything that I have in my pencil cases. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you will join me next time. Bye!